us boys would get together in the summer sometimes. If we was slack, we'd take off. We was anywhere from 9 to 13, I guess. But there'd be 5 or 6 of us boys up and down that valley get together. We'd get our horses in bedroll. We'd be gone for a week or 10 days, and then we'd come back home. We'd go fishing and see in the country and hunt arrowheads and just all kinds of stuff.
Hey, how the Indians signed that country in? I think was it?
I had a huge collection of artifacts. And that archaeologist told me one time, he said, you ought to have this in a museum. He said, I haven't seen a museum anywhere that's got this much perfect stuff. And when my house burned down, that stuff just shattered. And, but I had peace pipes and pieces of barrels, pieces of bows, boy, you name it. I had a bunch of these medicine man deals I found in a cave. Because when you swing them, they make all these funny, weird noises. But all that stuff, it burned up when the house burned. I had a bunch of old Winchester guns, they all burned up. Yeah. Or they wasn't no good after the fire.
No. Too much heat on them.
And it was just, it was pretty hard. We wouldn't go to town but once a month.
Well, tell me about them. Yeah, go ahead and tell about the mailman. Henry, I don't think you told that about him.
Well, the
coming.
mailman would run Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we lived 65 miles from the closest town. But the post office was 38 miles. And they had a mercantile store there. Before you get to the post office was a mercantile store.
But now, for them that don't know what a mercantile store is, Henry.
Well, dry goods. You could get groceries and clothes and about anything you wanted to.
Yeah, they didn't have it, you didn't need it.
And
Guns and
people would,
cigarettes, Bull Durham.
Bull Durham cigarettes, everything like that. People would put the flag up if they had something to mail, and the mailman would stop. And Mama would put a note in the mailbox. And the mailman would stop and get that note. He'd take that note, grocery list. He'd take that note and he'd leave it at the mercantile store. And then he'd go into the post office and get the mail. And when he brought that box back, he'd charge a nickel or a dime for bringing that box back, you know. It helped him make money on his mail route. And about once a month, every month or two, go to town, and folks, well, oh, I don't want to go to town. No, I don't want to go to town. I got a trap set over here, or I got something or another. So,
Henry.
well, what do you want from town? I want a box of bullets from a rifle.
Imagine that.
So, lots of times they'd go to town, and
Once a month.
maybe not even that often. And I know a time or two Papa would be out of money, and he would mail a letter to the bank, and they would
Take care of things till.
they would put money in his account,
Mm-hmm.
and they would mail that note. And I've had to mail me notes too. The note would come in the mail, one piece of paper. And when you sold your cows in the fall of the year, you know, you'd pay what you could of it off. But you'd sign that note and mail it back to the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And then it might be 6 months or a year when you sold your cattle, you'd take that check.
To the bank.
And lots of times we'd drive our cattle to Boy City, Oklahoma, or Tex Line, or Rocky Ford, Colorado. And we'd have to load them on boxcars. And they send them cattle to Kansas City. And then you go to the telegraph office And the telegraph would have you a telegraph check in there where you could take it to the bank, to get your money. And Grandpa had a check for, I think it's $4. And the government was, he just told me about this, but I seen the check. But the government would shoot cattle. It was killing cattle everywhere because of the depression and the drought and everything. But anyways, loaded up 3 boxcar loads of cattle and sent them to Kansas City. And the check come back on the railroad telegraph sent the check back. And he had that check for 3 carloads of cattle. They took the freight out of the check at the sale bar.
Yeah.
And he had a check for $4. That's what them cattle brought, $4.
Yeah.
3 carloads of cattle brought $4. So it must have been pretty rough.
I mean, geez, they couldn't. I mean, that's the
Yeah. He had money in the bank.
Was there any elk up there? Any wild game? I mean,
not then there was no elk, but there was deer.
Yeah.
But no elk.
Y'all
is now, but there wasn't then.
Y'all made a living off them deer too, imagine, didn't you?
Well, we had to.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I remember the time that we'd have a calf, bring $80 or $90. You couldn't eat him.
No, you couldn't.
You needed that money too bad. Ray Hines would be going to Clayton in his truck and he'd haul it in there and sell it for us and get the money. We'd have to eat deer and jackrabbits and quail and pheasants, whatever else we could find. It was pretty hard. But we was happy, everybody was so happy. And he was wondering about that place right below that hooks on to the home place there. And O.J. Smith back in is before the turn of the century. He got a shotgun and put it under his chin and blowed his brains out in there. And then later on, that little old place there, the Lewis Dodson bought it. And he put up a little filling station there alongside the road. And you just run that pump and that gas would come up and show how many gallons is in there.
That's that nice deal.
That's what we paid for it. But he had that, and then he got drunk and crazy and went off his rocker, and his wife had to kill him. And boy, that was a hard deal. But anyway,
well, they're going. Is that the one that you was telling me about, abused her so, and she showed up at the ranch that night? Or no?
Yeah.
Is that the one we're telling you?
Heard the horn honking. And then I heard Papa say, Velma, is that you? And she said, yes, Joe, it's me. And she says, I shot Jack.
That's your husband.
Yeah, and we was just little kids.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he went down there.
She had her clothes tore off of her or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was just, you couldn't tell, you couldn't even recognize her. She was bloody. And then,
didn't he have a daughter too? Wasn't daughter
yeah, well,
with
she was my age.
Just little.
I give her some of my clothes to wear. And then the baby, he was little John. But anyways, that deputy sheriff come in there and he told Velma, he says, I'm arresting you for the murder of Jack Dodson. Boy, Papa come uncorked and he grabbed that little old deputy and out the door he went. He sent him back to town. He says, if she's able, we'll bring her in tomorrow. If not, it'll be the next day.
Yeah.
But she's just barely alive. And anyways,
They whooped her pretty good, huh?
anyways, Papa slapped him around, sent him back to town.
Yeah.
And then a few years later, well, Keene, a fellow by the name of Keene, bought that place. And he was married to a little Colombian girl. And to this day, I feel really bad because she come up there for Thanksgiving dinner.
To the house?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and she's wanting to go back home to Columbia.
Yeah.
She said, Bob Mean, I need to go home, I need to go home.
Was they
And
whooping on her too?
She was wanting $75 to go home. Anyways, she said, Bob Mean, I scare, she said, I scare Bob, I need to go home. And they found her hanging in the barn, dead. And then Emmett Coble was chief of police.
Did they arrest anybody over that?
Emmett Coble was chief of police there at Clayton. And he taught gun safety and all that good stuff. But Emmett Coble and Walt Runcorn. No, it wasn't Runcorn. What was his name? Oh, I'll think of it in a minute. Anyways, he had the music store there in Clayton, New Mexico. And there was a big old covey of quail flew across the road right down there. So they jumped out with their shotguns. And there was a quail that fluttered up in the cactus. And he had a shotgun by the barrel, raking that quail out from under that cactus. You know how these old tree cactus?
Oh, yeah.
And it looked like it took a knife and just split his arm all the way. Just split. Them shots split it.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like a piece of hamburger right there.
Yeah.
And there was a hole in his back where his shoulder blade was about that big around. That shot went plumb through it. And so he was a big man, weighed about 350, I guess. But anyways, old Taylor come up there and his old, I guess it was Chrysler, big old car. Said, I need some help. Said, Emma's shot himself. We went down there and Papa rolled him half over, threw that blanket under him and rolled him half over the other way. And then we got hold of the corners of the blanket and went through the back seat of the car.
Yeah, you did.
Two of us in, two
Yeah.
of us that laid him
Yeah.
in the back seat of the car.
Yeah.
And Papa said he lived about 15 miles down the road. He run out of blood and died. And that was the
Third one.
fourth
Fourth. That's right.
on that little old place.
Fourth.
But there,
How big a place was it, Henry? You told me it wasn't.
32 acres.
32 acres right there.
That's where he had his little filling station and built his home. And they had a well that wouldn't pump enough water. They had to go come up to the house and get water because their well was real weak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wouldn't hardly pump enough water.
I see a smile come across your face. What do you think about now?
Do what?
I see a smile come across your face. What do you think about
Oh,
now?
we was little kids standing on a rock wall out there beside them. And there were little girls and little boys, but we was innocent. We was just little kids.
Yeah.
And my Aunt Jane, the little girl's mother, there was two twins, and a girl my age and a girl my sister's age. But anyways, it was two twins and Roberta and me and my two brothers. They said they come out there and we were standing on top of that rock wall. We see who could squirt the furthest.
Yeah.
And we were just a little bit, it's innocent. I mean, it was all innocent, but it was really something laughable, you know. So.
Them girls participate?
Do what?
Did them girls participate?
They reared back and boy, they just run everywhere. I don't know how far they squirted. Anyways, it was real innocent. You know, we was just little.
I'll go and admit this. We had a little girl that lived across the street, and her daddy was a forest ranger. And there was two boys that lived straight across the street from me. And Anita lived, I'll never forget her name. Anita lived up this week, 8 or 9, 7 or 8. I don't know. We must have been 7 or 8 because I was in the second grade. And she'd squat down and pee.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't ever. I mean, I've never seen nobody squat down and pee. You know, we always stood up.
Well, you know, when you're innocent, then it don't
Yeah,
make it.
it don't dawn on you, you know, till till later in the year. But I mean, anyway.
We rode a school bus all of our lives, and there was a panel wagon, and he had a long bench built down each side, all the way to the back. And Bob Wagner run it down to the Goodson Schoolhouse. But we'd all ride that bus down to school, and we had partly gravel road, but from the main road into the school was just black adobe mud. If it come a big rain, well,
Couldn't get in there.
the bigger boys had to carry the littler kids out to the, and there was the teachers built there where the teachers could live in that little bitty house there with the school.
Yeah.
And it was really something.
Well, they did what they had to.
Oh yeah, but
And that
we
day-
made it fine. Everybody was happy. Everybody laughed, and it was really, really pretty nice. Lots of times we'd have to stop.
Nobody realized what a hard time it was, and they didn't know no different.
Lots of times we'd have to stop and roll rocks out of the road. It'd come a big rain and
Washing
flash flood and roll rocks.
Yeah.
We'd have to roll them out of the road to get the bus by, you know. And that's just part of life.
Yeah. Well, just like there wasn't no running water in that house.
Nobody had running
That's
water.
what I'm talking about.
No running water,
No
Wood heat.
electricity.
no electricity.
Yeah, what y'all cut? Mesquite wood or
No cedar.
cedars?
Cedar and pinon.
Yeah, pinon. There's a lot of pinon out in that
I
country.
never seen a mosquito in that country.
Yeah, that's right. Well, is they now, Henry? Or
I hadn't seen that.
Is the little brother that got caught by the hog, that's the one that got the ranch?
Do what?
The little brother that got caught by the
That's
hog?
my big brother.
Oh, okay.
And
Is he ain't the one that got the ranch, was he?
no,
Okay.
my little brother got the.
I was gonna say you would've left him eat up with him.
I know you see a cloud hanging up yonder, and lots of times you'd wake up in the night and it sounded like a jet airplane, a roar. And that'd be that creek, that river. It'd make a roar with that flood water.
This is the same one your daddy rode that horse into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got Mom out there. Yeah. Yeah. Old Glassy. That old horse had one glass eye.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
He's stout though, wasn't he?
Oh, he was a big stout horse. And he's like a duck. He liked that water. He could swim like a
I've had
duck.
horses like that water.
He liked it.
We told that story, I think.
I was,
Or maybe we had.
yeah, I told that story.
Did you? Okay.
I know, I thought I could swim. I could swim for a mile or two. Roll over on my back and rest a while, just swim another. I could swim,
A mile or two.
yeah.
Dang,
I used to swim a long ways because I just lay over and float.
Yeah.
And I thought I was a pretty good swimmer. And I let my best friend drown. I didn't get him out. I wasn't as good a swimmer as I thought. But he had all his clothes. I had all my clothes. And I was riding a green horse and I couldn't get him to him.
Yeah.
You know, to get a hold of him or get a rope on him. So directly I just
Bailed off the hole.
bailed off, shook my clothes off, and swum to him. And
Too late.
I liked a little bit getting him out. I didn't quite get him out.
Man, you can't blame yourself over that.
Well, I tried, but
That's right.
it just didn't work.
That's right.
That's one of the hardest times of my life, and
Yeah.
well, the boys were supposed to hold the cattle there at this water. They didn't. That was a mistake. Because they'd left with the cattle and went on down to the fence corner. We was going to cross the highway with them and take them to the headquarters. And that was a mistake right there. And then, anyways, the sheriff's, one boy rode back and got in the pickup and went to Roswell to call the laws, and the laws come out there, and everybody left and everything, and it left them loose horses. So I taken the horses and rode back to camp. And anyways, 2 or 3 hours later, one of the boys from headquarters come over and said, "You need to go talk to his wife and tell her what happened." I said, "Man, I don't need her, I need to see her. I don't. Anyways, finally, they said, well, you got to. That's the hardest thing I ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Tell her what happened. Had a little old girl, about 7, 8 years old. And me and Bud Sneed had shot I was teaching him how to shoot. He was 4. And we shot this, he shot a jackrabbit, his first jackrabbit. Oh, he was so proud of that. And that old jackrabbit's belly was moving, so I cut it open, and there was 2 little jackrabbits. And the jackrabbit's got hair on him. He's not like a cottontail. Anyways, we raised them little rabbits on a eyedropper bottle. Got them growed up till they was big, anyways. But I give her one of them little rabbits, and that little seed boy the other one. Old Pete and repeat. But anyways, that little old girl, I was trying to tell his wife what happened. And there was a picture of her daddy hanging on the wall right above the couch. And she ran over and got that picture down off that wall, and so Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. Boy, I'll tell you what,
That's what killed you.
just about more than I could take. That just really hard deal. And you know, you think you live and get over that. You don't never.
No, we talk about this PTSD with military, you know, and
You don't ever get over
no, you don't get over it. You don't. I asked somebody the other day. I said, "How do you?" I mean, you know, working homicide those last 8 years, well, 6 and then 2 more, but you don't unsee it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's you know, you just have to learn to get by.